Connect with our charters to find out some of their interesting chartbuster ideas. Kunal and Nooresh joining right back in. And Kunal, let's get in a flavor as to what you're picking out for the day.
Thank you, Aman, for that. So today's topic or today's stock which I've discussed is Laurus Labs, and interesting bit about the stock is that it's getting into a recovery phase. Now, this was the high for Laurus Lab in 2021 when the stock topped out at closer to 650 odd mark. From there, as you can see, that the stock was consistently making a pattern of lower highs. So this was the previous or the first major high of 650, then came a top which was closer to 640 levels for the stock. This was 600. So the pattern for the stock over the last 2 years was to make a pattern of lower highs. But this time around, the stock is now on the verge of breaking past about the previous highs. So as you can see, 400 was the previous swing high for the stock price. It formed a base or a support which was sub 300 levels. And now in the process of doing that, the stock is forming a cup and handle kind of a pattern. It's on the verge of breaking past about this 400, 405 mark, which I believe could be a very strong change of trend for Laurus Labs. So it's a stock to watch out for. About this 405 levels, I would believe that the first set of target for the stock should be closer to 500, which means a decent upside of almost 20 to 25% for the stock in that kind of a time span.
Nooresh, what about your chartbuster idea?
So that's a chart for Motilal Oswal Financial Services. We've seen a good trend across the whole broking as well as AMC space. Out here, Motilal Oswal has been a relative underperformer for the last 2 years. Finally, the stock has crossed the highs made in mid of 2021 around that 1200 mark. From there, the stock saw a very large correction all the way down to 550. And after making that move about 1200, has been consolidating on the higher levels, expecting this to eventually break out into new 52-week highs and go all the way towards an all-time high. So it's an accumulate at current levels as well as on dips with a stop loss at 1130 and a target price of 1500 plus.
Let's talk individual stocks then. And Kunal, what's on your list?
So I'll go with a large cap and a mid cap name. JSW Steel is what I would recommend as a buy. I think interesting, a bit of a turnaround for the stock. It's making a comeback from the intraday low, so would suggest a buy with a target of 900, stop loss at 835. And the second would be a buy on Patel Engineering. That's a stock which has recently moved up higher, forming a bullish flag pattern. So targets of 74, stop loss at 60.
Right. And Nooresh, what about your stock-specific ideas?
So first remains SBI, which has been on a good breakout, stop loss at 620, target price of 720. Second is a buy on UTI AMC, a good breakout in volumes today for a change, stop loss at 840 and a target price of 930.